SNAP benefits, as everybody knows, have basically run dry this week with the ongoing government shutdown and the Trump administration's refusal to tap into the USDA's contingency fund, even though they've been ordered by two courts to do so, to fund the benefits. Trump says he's not going to do it. Caroline Leavitt says, no, he's totally doing it. So who knows what's happening? Well, the answer is, of course, the people receiving SNAP. They know that Trump could have done this before the benefits even came close to running out on November 1st. He intentionally did not. And yes, they are taking that out on him, including his former MAGA supporters. This week, a 63-year-old retiree who recently retired to take care of her 26-year-old daughter, who not only has type 1 diabetes, but was also diagnosed with mental health issues that prevent her from being able to work. So she is on disability. The family is on SNAP benefits, which they have to buy her the proper food to be able to keep her blood sugar levels correct because of her diabetes. And she lost her benefits this week. And she was an ardent Donald Trump supporter up until that moment. She appeared on both NBC and CNN this week. And this is what this former Trump supporter said after losing her SNAP benefits. It all seems very selfish. Now he's busy out of the country and demolishing the White House. I believe the Trump administration, instead of focusing on presidential ballrooms, should be paying attention to individual Americans' dining rooms. She says that she desperately regrets her vote for Donald Trump. So this is not to mock this individual in any sense of the word. In fact, I'm doing this to praise her, because this sometimes is what it takes. I do not wish this hardship on her at all. She has my utmost sympathy, empathy, all of it. She should not be going through this. Her family should not be going through this. But they are, because of the person she voted for. And she knows that. And she regrets it. And she will not make that mistake again. See, that's the difference. I know I talk about these stories all the time. Like, these MAGA voters are mad at Trump, but they still support him. They hate everything he's done, but they love him still. Versus the ones who are like, hey, I voted for the guy, I supported the guy, I even had a MAGA hat. Now he can go to hell because he's ruined my life and I hate him and I'll never do it again. Those are the good ones. Those are the people who snap out of it. Those are the people who are willing to learn from their mistakes and not repeat them in the future. We want more of that. And we've seen a lot of it this year. So this is her situation, obviously not positive, not something that should happen to anybody. But unfortunately, it's human nature. Sometimes we have to learn from mistakes. Sometimes we really do have to put our hand on that hot stove just to learn not to put your hand on the hot stove. And you're left with burns, you're left with scarring. But you don't do it again. That's the important part. Whereas a lot of these other MAGA folks who are like, I keep touching the stove and it keeps burning me. Maybe it won't burn me this time. Oh, it did it again, damn it. One more time. Oh, God bless. Like, those folks, you get what you deserve. But here's the thing, and I want to point this out because I think this is something everybody needs to kind of mentally digest. I've sat here all year telling story after story, at least one per week, right? Where you have these people who supported Trump, one person, 10 people, 20, doesn't matter how many it is per story. But they say, I did it and I bitterly regret it, right? Let me ask you this. How many times have you seen headlines this year saying, man, I regret not voting for Trump. I wish I had voted for him. Where are those stories? Right? And I'm pointing that out for the MAGA folks. You have people leaving you. You have people abandoning this man, but I don't see anybody jumping on board realizing like, hey, I was wrong about him. I love this. That's not happening. It's not. And that is the positive. That is the good thing that we take away from this. Again, one person at a time. It may not seem like much, but with the rate that it's happening, it's going to add up pretty quickly. And that is the best we can hope for. Hey folks, I don't know if you have noticed, but we are like this close to 1 million subscribers. We do not have much time left on this year. We're already entering the holiday seasons. I know everybody's busy. Everything in politics is crazy. But I want everybody to refocus your efforts right now. We have got to get to that 1 million subscriber mark before the end of this year. So if you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Spread the word, share the videos, get as many people as possible as you can. Not just because we want to hit 1 million subscribers, which we definitely do, but most importantly, politics, real voices talking about politics is becoming increasingly rare. We are watching as corporate media outlet after corporate media outlet bows down to Donald Trump, universities bowing down, lawyers bowing down, giving in to his insane demands even when they are in the right. We will never do that. We are not going to stop. We are going to continue bringing the hard-hitting and sometimes fun news of the day. We're not afraid of anyone. We're not afraid to tackle any issue. So again, you want to keep this going. You want good, unfiltered news that you can easily digest and move on with your day. Subscribe to Fair and Balanced and spread the word. Get more people on board, and let's hit that 1 million subscriber mark before the end of this year.